I've always been told from the beginning, you're too short, you're not big enough, you're not strong enough, you're not fast enough. I tell a story all the time that football was really my first love. I grew up in the Cassese household, and the Cassese household was one built on football. My dad was a high school football coach for 35 years, and we just grew up around that team. I started out as the water boy. I graduated to the ball boy. Then I became the quarterback. And it was just a way of life. That's what we were all about. And I'll never forget this. I had a pretty good football career in high school, and I drew the attention of some college programs. And University of Wisconsin sent a scout out to come see us and watch practice and meet with us, and specifically to see me. And he came out to practice. He walked right up. He introduced himself to my father, my coach, and he said, "I'd like to see your quarterback." So my dad called me over, and I shook his hand, and he looked at me, and he said, "Is that all of you?" And then he packed up and he drove off. So that motivated me, obviously, to work really hard. And I knew that I was going to play at the Division I level. It didn't end up being in football, but it did end up being in lacrosse. It continued. When I moved on in my playing career, I remember people telling me in 2002 that I was too young enough to make Team USA. I was still in college. I was 20 years old. That's just what I needed to hear. 10 years later, people told me again. I was 30 years old. They said, "You're too old to make Team USA." That's exactly what I needed to hear. And off I went. When I went through the Duke situation and became the interim head coach, people told me I was too young to become the head coach of a program that was in a chaotic time. I was 25 years old. That's all I needed to hear. The next year, when I got the job at Lehigh, people told me I was too young to be a head coach at the Division I level. I was 26 years old. That's all I needed to hear. So I think you get the picture. I love it when people tell me what we can't do. I love it when people tell me what I can't do. And I love it when people tell me what my team can't do. That's what I enjoy. And that's how I motivate our guys.